My 40M girlfriend, 39F, wants me to pay her $72,000 a year to marry her. Sounds crazy, but let me explain. Laura, my girlfriend of 4 years, was widowed at the age of 27. She and her late husband had been married for little over 3 years when this happened. Her late husband already had 3 adult kids when they married and had got his windfall from selling his business before they met, so he demanded she sign a prenup. The prenup stated that unless he cheated, if he predeceased her nearly all his assets, which not only include proceeds from selling his business, but also his ownership percentage of the family business he and his siblings inherited from his parents, would go to his kids. Laura was entitled to a paid-off $1.5 million home, all the gifts he bought her before and during the marriage, and a lump sum payment equal to a quarter of his earnings for every year they were married. To sweeten the deal, he also put in a stipulation that his estate would pay her $6,000 a month until her remarriage or cohabitation. If she did not remarry or live with somebody, she would get that for life. It has been 12 years since he died. She is still living in that $1.5 million home, and the lump sum payment for 1/4 of his earnings for the 3 years they were married was in the high 6 figures. Laura's late husband hired a tutor for her during their marriage, and insisted that she at least try to take the GED test since she dropped out of high school. She ended up passing, and in his will he provisioned a trust for her that could only be used to pay for educational expenses should Laura want to pursue it. That trust, and the rest of the estate, is being overseen by a lawyer and Laura's oldest stepson. Over the years, Laura and her late husband's kids' relationship had gone from one of mutual respect to one of resentment. About 1 year after Laura and I began dating, she told me all the details about her past life, and how she can live the way she does while only working 2 days a week as a receptionist assistant for her friend's fashion startup. I felt bad for her because she told me that she felt like she had no control in that marriage, and now her life is still being controlled and monitored to a certain extent by former stepkids. As our relationship got into our 2nd and then 3rd year, she told me she wanted to have kids and felt like her time is running out. I am a real estate agent and my client base has been increasing. However, she was always telling me I needed to start my own brokerage and expand as far and wide as I could, and quickly. When I expressed hesitation because I had a good commission deal going with the place I am at and made almost $120,000 a year after taxes, she was upset, and I found it problematic that she was suggesting that I essentially start trying to poach agents from the place I am at for myself, when my boss was my original mentor and has promoted my interests from day one. Despite the starting my own brokerage thing, or moving into luxury real estate being a recurring fight in our relationship, everything else seemed to be going well. Laura is extremely attractive, likes to do many of the same things I like to do. Our sex life is good and spontaneous, and we both feel the urge to have children and start a family. I proposed to her a week ago because I thought that was what she wanted as well. She accepted the proposal and we celebrated and told friends afterwards. However, the next day she told me that she was having second thoughts. She told me that recently her stepson called and basically interrogated her about whether or not I was living with her, since he knows we have been dating for quite a while. Her stepson had also gotten in contact with me about a year ago over social media and said he wasn't out here to control Laura's life or yank away her monthly payments out of spite, but that his family has been paying a woman they really never knew that well for over a decade now, and the one person who connected her to them is long gone. He said that he tried to get Laura to enroll in community college, only to be called controlling and other mean words when he said he would be sending the promised education fund money directly to the school instead of to her. He said if the roles were reversed, I would probably also be wondering if the guy my stepmother had been seeing for years and had posted a lot of social media wasn't secretly living with her, and asked how that situation would make me feel. I told him I understood, but on my word we have not been living together, and besides me paying for dates I haven't been supporting her either. Now this situation is coming to a head because Laura broke down and confessed that she had spent all the monthly checks they had been sending her, and that she wasn't good at school and didn't want to attend community college or go back to the workforce at almost 40 years old. She also said that the life insurance and lump sum payment was partially spent and the rest invested in ways that didn't make her very liquid. She said that if she decided to marry me, I had to understand that she was giving up a significant amount of income. I said that she had had a long time to think of the possibilities, and she said she didn't realize how much she had been relying on the monthly checks when she made $20,000 a year from her part-time job. She asked me if we married if I could agree in a contract that $6,000 a month would be deposited into her bank account to make up for what she was losing. She said she did not think that was too much to ask since she thought I could afford it, and I could definitely do so if I just expanded my business mindset. I asked why she couldn't think about selling her house while the market was hot since it was too big, and she always complained it was not her style and moving into my less expensive but still pretty nice house. She became furious and said she could not believe I was asking her to sell her home, and that once again, she didn't think she was asking that much of me. It has been a few days since the argument and things have not been the same. Her request just makes me feel like an ATM, and the thought of us basically having two different piggy banks when all of it is coming from essentially my bank account just rubs me the wrong way. And when we met today, she said that she would give me help from the $6,000 amount if I needed it for bills or other stuff. She then offered to lower her request to $5,250 a month. What do? I want to have kids and I love Laura. I have invested nearly half a decade into this relationship and was so excited to become engaged. But this situation has been a continual thorn in my side and has soured me on the idea of a happy engagement and marriage. I think I went blind from all the red flags. She's asking for more than half your income and not willing to make any hard choices for herself. Plus you're thinking of marriage without even having lived together. She wants kids but doesn't even know how to support herself. When her step-family encourages her to find some independence, she pouts and bad-mouths them like a child. If you do marry her, she will take half your assets one way or the other. Push her to find a trade or career she can tolerate, and tell her that you are not the daddy warbucks she once had. It seems that your marriage would be more in line with a traditional middle-class life. She can either work on herself and contribute to building your lives up together, or she can look elsewhere for handouts. I don't see this as a financially compatible match, and her current lifestyle seems to be her top priority. Run away as fast as you can. Dude, find a woman you don't have to pay to marry you. She's living a sad, pathetic life, and you honestly don't want kids with someone so damn selfish. Selfish, lazy, and unmotivated with no grasp on reality. Seriously, would not want my children to grow up with her as a mother. What do? You're seriously asking? Mate, do not marry this entitled woman. You're not going to be a husband but an ATM to her. You need to end any contact and find someone that better fits in your life. She isn't it. So basically she was only dating you for your earning potential. Leave her to live off her ex's money forever. She's crazy and selfish. Leave dude. I was waiting for an African prince and bank account number request to pop up. So what I'm reading is the only reason she was with first husband was money. Now she's with you for the same. That's why she wants you to expand your business. She sounds like she is a gold digger. She's using you. Trust me, you deserve better. Look, I'd marry you and have kids for $1,500 a month. Just kidding, I so don't know you. This is how I feel. She sees it though like a transaction, which it should not be. Sometimes love isn't enough. Audacity doesn't even begin to cut it as a term for this. You should truly be offended. She has lied to you for how long? She never thought that sometime along the way she would have to develop some skills to support herself? You should bounce. WTF. No way you're this naive. Yes. You are an ATM. One that she will suck dry if you continue down this path. Holy hell, man. Please say this is fake. She has done nothing with her life and became dependent on money that she doesn't earn. Her hypocrisy is showing. She's pushing you to do more. Earn more. Be more when she hasn't done jack with her life. Now she wants you to pay her to marry you when she could have saved up a very nice nest egg during all these years. Money is more important to her than you. Screw that. I am absolutely gobsmacked that this is even a question for you. She became a trophy wife at 24. Fine. Personal life choice. And then didn't manage to emerge from a significant income by expanding it several order of times over the 10+ years she has had. How? And has no ambition or drive to even go to community college. Again, personal choice. And now wants another situation where she can be a kept woman. Again, personal choice. What are her pros? She's hot? Like individually. I'm not judging any of her life choices. Not everyone is smart or motivated enough for school. Many people marry for money and practicality. But taken together, this is a person who has very little going for them besides the monthly checks from their dead husband. I can see why she doesn't want to give that up. With that kind of money, I'd just invest it and get myself another partner. She ain't nothing but a gold digger, and she see marriage as a way for her to make money. If you pay her that, and then she divorces you, judge might make you pay that in alimony. BC, that's the lifestyle she's accustomed to by you. There's so many red flags in this post. You really should seek therapy if you didn't see it. Like most emotionally healthy and confident men won't even entertain this. So why are you? I think you have some attachment wounds to work through first before even thinking of marrying anyone. Just know you've been with her for 5 years. When you say half a decade, you are submitting yourself to the sunk cost fallacy. If you aren't familiar, Google it now. You could also say you've only been with her for 5% of a century, or only 12% of your life. You love her, but you are learning things about her you didn't know. Things she kept from you. Things about the way she looks at life and relationships as transactional. This woman is not in a good place to be in a relationship. She can't manage her life, even when given a house and $6,000 a month. Get the hell out of there. Find someone who is actually mature enough to engage in life at the age of 40. She needs to sit down with a financial advisor. She has been fully supported for years, and never prepared to give up that lifestyle. Even with the original prenup, she has been blessed with money. She is treating you like an ATM. I recommend holding off on the engagement until she can plan out her own life financially, without depending on you, before discussing marriage. And another prenup definitely is warranted with her behavior around money. You can try couples therapy, but I don't see this working out unless she does a complete 180 with her life. You aren't making any sense. Why would Laura make a good choice for the mom of your children? She's terrible with money. She doesn't have the drive to get a GED or make something more of herself. She wants you to pay her more than the average household income just to stay around. Your relationship comes with a literal price tag. She was a gold digger in her previous relationship. Clearly she is younger than her former husband's kids. What makes her such a good choice for a partner? She must be out of this world hot. Maybe I'm a big red flag myself, but I wouldn't give up $6,000 per month just for a piece of paper that states my relationship is legitimate and legally recognized. Her lack of ambition might be a red flag, but her unwillingness to give up financial stability with no effort just makes sense to me. I didn't even read all of that. She's a gold digger and you'll be immensely stupid if you marry her.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. ThrowRAegetableEar is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.